Gusto mo, pero ayaw niya? Alam mo ba anak, lately ito ang isa sa mga tanong na madalas kong marinig. Mami En, gusto ko sanang ipasa ang negosyo ko sa anak ko, pero ayaw niya. Ano kaya ang maganda kong gawin? So maybe you have asked yourself the same question. You have spent years building your business. Pinaghirapan mo eh. You sacrificed your time, you carried problems that most people never saw. Natural lang na umasa ka na balang araw may magpapatuloy rin na ang lahat ng pinaghirapan mo. Pero habang lumalaki ang mga anak mo, napapansin mong iba ang gusto nilang tahakin. May sarili silang mga pangarap, may sarili silang plano, at parang hindi kasama doon ang negosyo mo. Now, I understand that feeling. Because I also used to believe that if I built a successful business, the next generation would naturally want to continue it. Pero experience taught me something different. You cannot force someone to love a business. They first need to see why it is worth continuing. Succession does not begin when you're ready to retire. It begins long before that. I'd like to share 5 lessons that changed the way I look at passing a business to the next generation. Number 1, huwag pilitin ang succession. Number 2, ipakilala ang negosyo. Number 3, magbigay ng exposure, hindi pressure. Number 4, i-offer ang legacy, huwag ipilit. And number 5, gawing kaakit-akit ang negosyo. So, let's talk about these one by one. Number 1, huwag pilitin ang succession. When I was younger in business, I also believed that if I worked hard enough, one day, my children would naturally continue the business. After all, para rin naman sa kanilang lahat ng aking paghihirap, diba? So, I never questioned that assumption. I simply believed that they would eventually stop and step in. Pero as the years went by, I realized something. Just because the business is important to me, it does not mean that it already means something to them. And the more we push people towards something they don't yet understand, the more they tend to pull away. Anak, succession is not about convincing your children to take over. It's about helping them discover why the business is worth continuing. That's why when a business owner asks me, how can I get my child to agree? Nako, I don't immediately talk about the child. I first ask the parent, have you shared why you built this business? Do they know the sacrifices behind it? Do they understand the lives that this business supports? Because before someone accepts the responsibility, they first need to understand its purpose. Kaya, huwag mong umpisahan sa pressure. Umpisahan mo sa conversations. Dahil kapag nakikita na nila yung puso, yung heart behind the business, they are more willing to keep listening. Kapag pinilit mo ang succession, baka lumayo ang anak mo. Pero kapag ipinakita mo ang purpose, baka sila pa mismo ang lalapit. Number 2, ipakilala ang negosyo. There was a time when I believe my children already knew the business. After all, they grew up seeing me leave early in the morning. They heard us talk about suppliers, customers, and employees. They knew the business put food on the table. So I thought, okay na yon. Pero one day I realized something. Seeing the business is not the same as understanding it. How can they value something they were never really invited to know? Anak, many business owners only start talking about succession when they're ready to slow down. But by then, yung mga anak nila, meron ng sariling mga dreams nila. The business was never part of that journey. That's why I tell business owners, don't wait for the right age to introduce the business. Let them hear why you started. Share mo sa kanila yung struggles na nag-shape sa'yo. Let them meet the people whose families depend on the business. Let them see the customers whose lives became better because of what you do. You're not asking them to take over. You're simply helping them understand. Because once people understand the purpose behind something, they're more willing to give it a chance. Bago mo hilingin ay pagpatuloy nilang negosyo, tulungan mo muna silang makita kung bakit ito mahalaga. Number 3, magbigay ng exposure. hindi pressure. I also made this mistake before. Akala ko the best way to prepare the next generation was to put them to work as early as possible. Kaya kapag bakasyon, pinapasok ko sila sa negosyo. Kapag may libreng oras, binibigyan ko agad ng responsibilidad. Kahit na 7 years old pa lang sila. Paniniwala ko kasi if they spent enough time in the business, they would eventually love it. But I learned that showing up is different pala from being inspired. So anak, hindi mo pwedeng pilitin ang passion. You can only create opportunities for it to grow. That's why I tell business owners, don't start by giving your children a position. Start by giving them experiences. Let them visit different parts of the business. Let them sit in during meetings. Let them hear customers say why they keep coming back. Let them talk to employees who have been with you for years. And most importantly, let them ask questions. Not because they have to prove themselves, but because they are discovering the business at their own pace. Sometimes, one meaningful experience changes the way they see the business more than years of being told na, oh, ikaw na ang susunod. Because people protect what they understand and they commit to what they personally choose. Hindi mo kailangang pilitin silang mahalin ng negosyo. Bigyan mo lang sila ng pagkakataon na makita kung bakit mo ito minahal. Number 4, i-offer ang legacy. Huwag ipilit. Through the years, one lesson I learned is this. A business can be passed on, but a legacy must be embraced. Nung bata-bata pa ako sa negosyo, akala ko yung mga anak ko, naturally, they will inherit everything that I built. But I eventually realized that what I wanted to pass on was not just the business. It was the values behind it, the hard work, the integrity, the commitment to customers and to our employees, the opportunity to help our employees build a better life. Yun ang totoong real legacy. Kaya today, when business owners ask me how to prepare the next generation, I tell them not to focus only on the company or the money. Talk about what the business stands for. Share the lessons it taught you. Tell them why you kept going even during the difficult years. Because when children only see the workload, they will avoid it. Nakakapagod eh. Pero kapag nakikita nila yung purpose behind the business, they will begin to understand why it is worth protecting. They may still choose a different path, and that's okay. What matters is that they understood the legacy before they decided. Kapag negosyo lang ang ipinasa mo, maaring tanggihan nila. Pero kapag legacy ang nakita nila, mas maintindihan nila kung bakit ito mahalagang ipagpatuloy. Number 5, gawing kaakit-akit ang negosyo mo. One question I now ask business owners is this. Kung ikaw ang anak mo, gugustuhin mo bang ipagpatuloy ang negosyo mo? It's a difficult question, di ba? Because sometimes the business we're asking them to inherit is also the business we complain about every day. Lagi tayong stressed as the owner. Laging may emergency. Laging ikaw na lang ang hinahanap. Walang bakasyon. Walang oras sa pamilya. If that is all the next generation sees, can we really blame them for choosing a different path? Anak, succession is not only about preparing your children. It's also about preparing the business. Kaya today, when I guide business owners, I don't only ask if they have a successor. I ask if the business can run without them. Meron bang malinaw na systems? Mga managers ba kayang magdesisyon? Does the business still depend on the owner for almost everything? Because when a business is organized, stable, and growing, the next generation does not see the hard work. They see possibilities. They see a future where they can lead, improve, and build on what you started. Kapag ang negosyo ay puro pagod, mahirap itong ipamana. Pero kapag maayos ang negosyo, mas madali itong piliing ipagpatuloy. So, let me ask you again, anak. Gusto mo bang ipasa ang negosyo mo, pero parang ayaw naman itong ipagpatuloy ng mga anak mo? Maybe the answer is not to convince them harder. Maybe it's to prepare the business differently. So let's go back to our 5 lessons. Number 1, huwag pilitin ang succession. Number 2, ipakilala ang negosyo. Number 3, magbigay ng exposure, hindi pressure. Number 4, i-offer ang legacy, huwag ipilit. And number 5, gawing kaakit-akit ang negosyo mo. Sa masipag stage, your focus is simply building the business, di ba? Sa marunong stage, you learn how to make better decisions. Sa maayos stage, eto dito, you build the systems that no longer depend on you every day. But the dream of every business owner is to become malaya, right? Hindi lang ikaw ang malaya, pati ang negosyo. Kaya nang magpatuloy kahit hindi ka na ang nagpapatakbo araw-araw. At kung pipiliin man ng susunod ng generation na ipagpatuloy ito, sana hindi dahil sa napilitan lang sila, kundi dahil nakita nilang halaga ng negosyong ipinasa mo. So if you have been in business for years and you want to prepare it for the next generation, I invite you to book a free clarity call with my team. Let's identify what still needs to be strengthened so you can build a business that's ready to continue beyond you. The link is in the comment section. Always remember, let's be business-minded Pinoy.